Hey guys, welcome back to day 11 of Clevprof's Advent Calendar. Now, yesterday we built this Christmas tree and decorated it with mobs, which I think looks really cool. You staring at me? No. Okay, good. But today we are going to be building something random to add to our winter village, and to find out what that is, let's push these buttons, and we're going to be building ice skating in the summer. Is that even possible? Ice skating in the summer? That kind of defeats the point of ice skating, right? It's a bit of a, what's the word, oxymoron, contradiction. So I'm going to have a bit of a think about this one and think about how on earth we can build ice skating in the summer. Do you know how to ice skate in the summer? What about you? Do you know how to ice skate in the summer? Do you know? What about you? Have you ever ice skated in the summer? What about you guys? Have you ice skated in the summer? Everyone I speak to doesn't know how to build ice skating in the summer. This has really stumped me. So, after some thinking time and some consultation with all of the faces on this world, I have decided that we are going to build a little beach in this little area here, and then we're going to kind of portion off an area of the lake, probably not that big, probably just across from here, and then across like that. And we're going to make a little beach. We're going to have parasols and sun loungers and sand, and then there's going to be people ice skating on a frozen sea, which could be quite interesting, to be honest. Brace yourselves, guys. This is one of the strangest things I think I've ever made. But we now have a beach in the middle of all this snow and an ice rink. And if you look at it from above, it looks a little bit like a heart. But at the moment, this just looks like a load of sand. I think we need to make this a bit more lived in. So let's add some deck chairs, parasols, and then we need to add a few ice skaters on here, which I will probably do with armor stands. But first, let's work on this beach. So I am beaming from ear to ear because this is one of my favorite builds so far, and it's just the storytelling that I love. So to start off with, we've got a parasol with a few deck chairs and some tables next to it. Got another one over here, but we've got a shell on the ground, and then we've got a bucket and spade and a little sand castle here. I think the candles work really well for that. And then we've got this palm tree. Now, I've never done a tree before, well, with the exception of that Christmas tree, but I've never done a palm tree before, and I think it's come out really well. You've got a few coconuts under there, and you've kind of got this little shrubbery area that's kind of died in the sand and some sticks that have fallen down from the tree. You've got another shell here buried in the sand, and then over here you've got a line of seaweed that would have washed up. You've got some more shells, you've got some little sea glass, some little shards, that kind of thing, and a little bottle that's washed up. And I love this so much. I think it's one of my favourite builds, and I'm so proud of it. But now we've got to turn our attention to the ice skating rink, and I think I'm going to try and use some armour stands to make some ice skaters, which could be fun. We now have a completed ice skating rink. We have two people here who are kind of holding hands and pushing away from each other. And then we've got this person over here who is skating on the ice. I did change the ice to, what's this called? Blue ice, just so it kind of stands out a bit from like the rest of the river. But yeah, I think this looks really cool. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Now, I did use skins that were designed by other people for these heads, because they had like winter caps and Christmas hats on and things. So I will leave a link in the description down below to all of these skins. But unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a like and make sure to subscribe by hitting the buttons down below. I know I'm saying this every day, but this is a series, one video every day up until Christmas. And you can find a link in the description to a playlist which has all of the previous videos. And I will be releasing a video every day right the way up until Christmas. But yeah, thank you guys for all of the support and for watching the video. My name has been Clevprof. Thanks for watching. Bye!